Let's also add another component. So we're going to add a component for our items, and we'll just do, at the moment, we'll just do create and delete. So we're going to have another component. This is going to be a path. We're going to say items, and this is going to be items. And here we're going to do destroy item, and we'll pass this in. And when we go to destroy an item, we're going to do something similar to what we have here. Again, a lot of binding that we have to do here, because again, what we're doing is we're basically putting all this responsibility on our app itself, component to maintain the state. We'll go over here, but what we'll do here is we're going to get passed in an item. We don't have to generate a random number. And here we're going to just say our items is going to be this.state.items, and we're just going to filter it. And we'll say where the items ID is not equal to the ID that was passed in here. And we're going to set the state for the items, and we're going to end up grabbing this here from destroy item. The only one missing is edit item, and I'll leave that as an exercise. We don't really need it right now. And we'll go back over here and keep this relatively simple by going in, and we'll specify that we're going to pass in both items and destroy item. Let's make sure we're passing in items, which I don't think we are. So we're also going to pass in items. Again, state and methods being passed down. And that's, again, why we have to keep on passing in the render method here. And what we'll do over here, we're going to have an unordered list. If the user clicks on anything, we're going to end up destroying it. So we're going to end up mapping over our items. This gives us an item. We're going to have a list item. Let's give it a key with the item's ID. We'll display the item.value, close the list item, close the map, and we'll also just do an onClick. And when we call onClick, we're going to end up calling destroy item with the item that was passed in here. So let's take a look and see if that works. We've got our home, we've got our items, and if we click on any of the items, we should see we can make them go away. Our nav bar gets updated. We could go back to the home page, and we can end up adding items. So the big takeaway here is just the amount of work that we have to do. Two different things. We've got to do a lot of binding, and we have to do this with an update item as well, and just the number of things that you have to send down from the state. All the states being managed here at the top of the application. And what we're going to find out is that it's going to make our life easier is if we end up having somebody else, and that somebody else is going to end up being our store, which is our event emitter. We're going to have that maintain our state. And we're going to have to talk about how we're going to end up communicating with that store. So that's what we'll end up doing next.